Welcome Illumineers to this video and pre-order guide explaining the second set of cards for the Disney Lorcana trading card game from Ravensburger. These products were initially teased by French retailer Ludivers when they put them up for pre-order on their website, but they were officially announced on the 12th of September 2023 via press release on the Ravensburger website, emailed to journalists, and by an update on the official Disney Lorcana website. There are plenty of articles already circulating, including 13 new spoiled cards, but if reading isn't your thing, then buckle up as we give you the facts. Disney Lorcana Rise of the Floodborn contains more than 200 cards, with plenty of additional Disney franchises represented, and expands the game rules. You will see cards drawing inspiration from Winnie the Pooh, Raya and the Last Dragon, The Princess and the Frog, The Jungle Book, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, The Great Mouse Detective, Pinocchio, Zootopia, and maybe some more, not to mention further cards from the films in Chapter 1. There is also a new keyword, Resist, which basically functions as a kind of armor. The Resist keyword indicates how much additional damage characters may be able to withstand. For example, Resist +2 on a character would mean any damage dealt to them is reduced by 2. Take that, fire the cannons! Storyline-wise, Rise of the Floodborn dips into the inky origins of the Floodborn Glimmers, Disney characters who were transformed by a mysterious flood of ink.
Illumineers and Glimmers journey beyond the Great Illuminary, which was damaged in a flood of magical ink. The 6 inks were released in a mixed-up, chaotic form. When Storyborn or Dreamborn Glimmers encountered this mixed ink, they surged with a power that changed them, transforming them into Floodborn Glimmers. As the magical ink poured out of the Illuminary, treasured lore went with it, including Disney's King Triton's powerful trident.
That's the official blurb, make of it what you will. Product-wise, we have only 2 starters. Don't panic, these aren't 3 ink decks. Ruby and Emerald will be having a rest this set, but those inks will still have cards in this expansion, fear not. And the gift set with oversized cards is also absent, replaced by a D100 Collector's Edition with 6 new art foil promos and 4 Floodborn booster packs. Check out our dedicated video where we explain all about this product. The accessories return, but also in slimmed down form. Just like the starters, there are now 2 playmats, 2 sets of sleeves, and 2 sets of matching deck boxes, but no portfolios this time. On the card sleeves and boxes, we have Mulan from Mulan and Sisu from Raya and the Last Dragon. The 2 playmats are Winnie the Pooh and the Beast from Beauty and the Beast. Whilst we don't share our personal opinions on this channel, damn! Do bear in mind that these are digital renderings rather than photos of tangible products, so the finished mats probably won't be this sharp or vibrant, but we are looking forward to getting a closer look. Speaking of closer looks, we were Ravensburger's guest this week, and we were able to get hands-on with the actual packaging. Collector's set aside, the colour scheme was a lot darker and more sinister than the bright golds of the first chapter, giving you an indication of the menace posed by the Floodborn. The Illumineers Trove returns, and Mickey, Elsa and Maleficent have been replaced by Raya, the Beast and the Queen of Hearts, assuming our limited Disney knowledge is correct. Also with a more chaotic or dynamic design than the 70s sitcom split screen of the first Trove. The contents remain unchanged, with Raya and Cinderella on the thin deck boxes. 15 more damage counters, 8 12-card booster packs, and another full colour player's guide to this set. Whilst we didn't measure this, it feels the same size as the previous product. Once again, they have chosen to keep the exact number of cards in this set vague on the packaging, so as not to give away the existence of any secret cards. On the bottom, we can see that the rarity distribution for boosters remains the same, but we have some expanded French recycling symbols and a new Italian language QR code, which will take you to their legally mandated recycling or disposal information. Once more, you can see that these were made in the USA. There is no date of manufacture stamp, as these were pre-production samples, but stop your grinning and drop your linen, as this is unexpected. On the first chapter, the EN01 appeared, and so we assumed it was for the first set, and Rise of the Floodborn would be EN02, like you see on the bottom of the card images that have been released. Boys, stop that! Like we said, these are display samples, and it is possible that the graphic designer forgot to update the number, or this is a forgotten artifact from when they were considering using the first set release model. like with the D20 cards. Or it could signify this product is intended for launch countries as opposed to those being added in 2024. We just don't know what it signifies. We will reach out to Ravensburger, and if they comment, we can update the description of the video. But this EN01 appears on all the Rise of the Floodborn products we handled. Moving on to the starter decks, these come in Amber and Sapphire or Amethyst and Steel and feature the Queen and Gaston or Merlin and Tiana, with the promise of 2 foils in each deck. These once again have a dick list on the side, but they had covered these up. Think of your blood pressure. Someone your age couldn't take that many spoilers in one hit. You'd die of shock. Speaking of spoilers, the rear of the Amber and Sapphire deck says,
Tactical teamwork. In this starter deck, strategic Sapphire Glimmers like Gaston, Intellectual Powerhouse, and Judy Hopps, Optimistic Officer, help you plan ahead and clear the way for teams of determined Amber Glimmers like the Queen, Commanding Presence, and the 7 Dwarfs. Together, these inks create formidable partnerships.
And the rear of the Amethyst and Steel deck says,
in this starter deck, magical Amethyst Glimmers like Merlin Shapeshifter and Madam Min Fox keep opponents guessing, whilst powerful Steel Glimmers like Tiana Celebrating Princess and Kronk Jr. Chipmunk stand tough or use brute force to overcome the opposition. Together, these inks amplify each other's strengths.
The contents look to be the same as the previous product, with a 60 card starter deck, 11 damage counters, 1 paper playmat, an equally paper tracker token, and the game rules, which last time were a full colour double-sided single sheet. The size and packaging again feel identical to the first chapter. Nothing exciting on the bottom. Well, probably not that you'd get excited about. One day we will explain European sales and recycling legislation to you, maybe in an ASMR video. Sleeved boosters return with the 3 illustrations from Matthew Robert Davies, and you can see they maintain the motif of the pillars from the Grand Illuminary in the graphic design. Despite not having boosters in, these did have serial numbers stamped on them, so you conspiracy theorists can go nuts. There isn't any new information on any of the text on these packs, but for folks that love squinting at small details, here you go. It could be a 1-cost Emerald Flynn Rider Confident Vagabond as card number 81, and a 2/3 rare Amethyst character numbered 52. Don't moan they're all fuzzy. Anytime you want to join our Patreon and buy us an actual camera as opposed to a box with a pinhole in it, you go right ahead, Buster. Booster boxes also look to be unchanged, but the black background and silver trim do look suitably badass. There is the Lorcana logo on the rear, 2 characters on the front flap, and an unchanged single pull tab. There was no serial number on the box, and there were no boosters within. Well, not unless they started filling them with helium. There was packaging material inside, so much so that it caused the box to bulge and had to be taped down. Hang on a minute. Allow us to move your eyeballs closer to the screen. For a humble bit of domestic tape, those are some extremely rounded corners. Let's check the other side. Again, perfectly rounded corners. And the top? Well, we don't usually jump to conclusions, but these look like 2 identical clear seals placed in exactly the same places as if by some kind of machine. Again, this is just the display product, so we will reach out to Ravensburger on Monday morning to see if they have any comment. So check the video description or our Twitter for any updates. And if you want to learn more about the UK event where we filmed these products and discover Elmo's new hobby, then we do indeed have a video about that. It has a competition where you can win exclusive Lorcana stuff in it too. In the meantime, we will leave you with a slideshow of all the cards spoiled to date, which has grown to 14 since we started filming this video, and we'll give you another look at the physical products we had access to.